We have one today, George Moretz from Newton Conover.
George, thank you for making up with us. Come back often. Okay, guest of Rotarians, do we have any starting on the right side? How about the middle? Yes? Yes, Linda.
We have a guest, Andy Cody, visiting for the fourth time with us and starting the membership process.
How about the left side? Any? This, Dan.
Soon to be past President David, I have my lovely bride Jennifer with me today.
We hope you'll come often, even anytime you want to, not just special deals. Any other guests? Okay, thank you all for coming. We want to jump right into the Rotary moment, which is Bobby Lombard. Start your balls now and sustain it all the way up here. It'll be in a minute.
Yeah, I might get another one on that. Takes a while.
Well, we don't have many birthdays today. We got Rich Brown on June the 22nd and Tom Atkins the 27th. And is Cliff Goddard here? Well, happy birthday to Cliff Goddard. This is today, his birthday. Now, I don't have any really new jokes for you because since I've been retired, the only place I hang out is at the golf course and the Hickory Coffee Club, and none of those jokes are really fit to bring in here. So I'm going to have to tell you some old ones that some of you maybe were not born when they were making the rounds. You'll think maybe that they're new jokes, but this one is about a man who was going into a nice restaurant, and the maitre d' took him in the restaurant. By the way, I didn't want us, before I go into it, I did not want us to get the death penalty again, so I cleared this with John Watts. So that he assured me that this one would be okay. Okay, a man was going into a restaurant and the maitre d' took him, he was by himself. The maitre d' took him over to a small table in the corner and gave him a menu, and about 5-6 minutes later, this really gorgeous waitress came to see what he would like. She walked up to him and said, "Do you see anything you would like?" And he kind of looked up and he said, "I would like a quickie." And of course, that offended him. That crude remark really offended her, and she just walked off without even taking his order or anything. And 5-6 minutes later, she thought, well, he's learned his lesson now, and he knows that I'm not that kind of girl, so I better go take his order. So she went back to the table and said, "Have you decided what you want?" And he said, "I would like a quickie." And that really made her mad, and she just stomped off to the kitchen, without taking any orders or anything. Now, there happened to be a man seated at the next table who had overheard and seen all of this, and he took his menu and leaned over to the first man and pointed out an item on the menu. And he said, "I believe that that is pronounced as quiche."
Thank you, sir. The legends can even make the old ones sound good. Okay, we will not be meeting next week. July 2nd is traditionally everybody's out of town, so we will not have a meeting next week. If you come and somebody's here to verify, we might be able to give you a makeup, but we ain't gonna be here. So no meeting next week. Also, June 30th is Tuesday, and you should have paid your dues by then. And we have a pretty long list of people who have not paid their dues. If you think you have not gotten a dues notice, or if you don't know if you've paid them, please see Dan after the meeting. He has the list of people that he doesn't have dues from. So whether you didn't get them, or you forgot them, or whatever, if your name's on that list, we ain't got the money. So get that squared away. It's really important. It's even more important now than it is in December, because July 1st, we turn into Rotary International our roster. And all kinds of things get tagged to that, and they will bill us automatically for the RI dues, the district dues. All that stuff happens on July 1st. So we really need to get our roll as correct as possible. And anybody that's not going to pay is probably not going to be a Rotarian. So if you need a payment plan or something, we'll work that out with Dan. But we just want to make sure that everybody knows that the dues are due, and we want to get all of them in if we can by June 30th, and that's Tuesday. So let us know if the check's in the mail. Okay. Lindsay LaHan had a baby. Everybody heard about that? Cannon Fry LaHan, 8 pounds, 13 ounces, 22.5 inches on the 19th at 5:11 a.m. So we kept her up all night too. So if you get a chance to send a note to Lindsay, congratulate her on that. John Ross wanted to make an announcement.
Thanks, David. Just wanted to remind everybody, we have an outdoor concert under the sails on Sunday. There's a rumored cold snap. It should be about 82 degrees, no chance of rain. I'll believe it when I see it. But at any rate, downtown under the sails, the concert starts at 6 o'clock. Bring your own chair. We'll take care of the other bring your own stuff. So we'll have beer and wine for sale down there. And I hear a rumor that several of the restaurants will be open too. It's movie music, so come down and enjoy. It's free. Thanks.
Right, that's a great time too. If you haven't done that, just bring a lawn chair, and it's terrific outdoor venue for the symphony Pops concert. One of the organizations that we support, and we made note of it last week, is the Rotary Theater that John Rambo, of course, is in charge of. And as you know, we try to have volunteer opportunities with all the places that we support. And so Rotary Theater is in the summer, and that's why we haven't had anything to date. On the announcement, the website, Bruce has put up those dates. Starting July 23rd is the first one, going through August 15th. And so they just need people to do some various things, the nights or the afternoons of the, is it afternoons or nights?
It's one morning and 2 afternoons, and we need people to do tickets and people to sell drinks and snacks.
Okay, so concessions and tickets. So need help on that. So take a look at those dates and see if you can help out. One time, you need probably 2 or 3 each session. Okay, in that vein, we had a couple of people who were not here at the time we were handing out some special awards, and we gave star mention for the people that helped us with Rotarian Idol the most, and none of them were here. And so 2 of them are here today. So John and Sandy, if you would come up, please. John Rambo, and Sandy Fotheringham. We talked about them while they weren't here last week, but certainly did a tremendous amount of work on Rotarian Idol, made it happen, made sure that it happened, made sure that everything went as it was supposed to. John was really the inspiration, did a lot of behind the scenes and made things, the glue that made things go together, and Sandy just made sure everybody did what they were supposed to do. She made sure she got everybody together for meetings, ran the meetings, and then actually entertained that night, as we found out we got a lot of talent here. So I'm giving these medallions out that we give to our speakers. They're 4-way test medallions, Paul Harris medallions. You can use them, have them on your desk, give them to somebody that you think needs it, whatever you want to do with it, but we just want to honor you for the work that you've done for Rotarian Idol. The other one was Alan Finley, and Alan is not here today, and so we will catch up with him eventually. And Alan also won the Hat Trick Club prize, so that's yet to be doled out to him as well. And I keep forgetting to bring it, so it's a good thing he's not here. Okay, let's see what else we got in the way of announcements. Anything else anybody knows about? Okay. I wanted to report a little bit on, I've been gone, and I appreciate the fact that the club helped me go to the international convention that was held in Sao Paulo, Brazil. And so I was there on the 6th through the 9th. That's when the convention was going on. Sao Paulo is a huge city. It's like going to New York City. It's bigger. There are 12 million people in Sao Paulo, and another 8 million people in the metropolitan area, so 20 million people. And I think they said they had 2 million cars. So the ride to the airport is either 45 minutes or 2.5 hours, depending on when you go. We were lucky enough to be on the 40-minute side both ways. Sao Paulo is, the center city is struggling. The businesses have moved out of there. There are 250 vacant buildings in downtown Sao Paulo. It's not a place you want to be at the wrong time. Like a lot of cities, you just want to be in the right place and not at the wrong place. But it's just a huge, huge city. We were in an area called Jardim, and that was translated to garden area, which is really nice. Had a big park, much like Central Park, that was close by. So we had no problem walking around and going to restaurants and things like that. They speak Portuguese there. A lot of people don't speak English, and my Portuguese is not real good. So that was a challenge some. I do know obrigado, which is thank you. I made sure that I got that one in. And buongiorno, which is good morning. So,
You ordered a quiche.
did not order quiche, but did have some good fish and some other things. So it was really obviously going to a new place and a new country, and everything was really interesting. And South America is quite an interesting place. We also, from there, we went to Chile, to Santiago, not on your dime, by the way, and which is Spanish speaking. I had a little better, my years of Spanish kicked in just a little bit. I knew at least good afternoon. But Santiago, Chile is really neat. It's only 175 miles wide, so your mountains are right there, and in an hour you're on the coast. And a tremendous amount of agriculture. In the north is desert, and the south is glaciers. So Chile's really a neat country, so we enjoyed that as well. The great thing about the convention is 14,000 Rotarians there. So they were kind of everywhere. And we were in a hotel that was one of the Rotarian endorsed, I guess, hotels where the shuttle bus came through and picked us up. So there were a lot in our hotel as well. And it's kind of neat because you've already got an introduction. You don't have to introduce yourself because you're a Rotarian, you know they're a Rotarian. And especially at the hotel, you get on the elevator and somebody says, "Good morning." You say, "Oh, okay, where are you from?" Because you're not from here. And one of the times it was Charlotte, which was kind of interesting. A young couple that's in the Charlotte South Club. He's the president nominee. He and his wife were there, and we actually just were going down to the lobby to eat dinner. So let's go eat dinner. So we went and ate dinner with them, and you just automatically bonded to those people. And the same thing is true when you get on the bus, and there are other people on the bus. So you're across the aisle from somebody, and you're finding out where they're from because you're already introduced. And then you get to the convention site. This was a place called Hickory, and there were several exposition buildings, big buildings. And you see people, and again, "Can you take our picture?" And "Where are you from?" "We're from Australia." And we saw them. We walked into a restaurant the next night, and it was those people from Australia. Said, "Oh yeah, we met. You took our picture." And so that's really cool. The fact that they're from everywhere, and everybody's wanting to get to know each other is really one of the really neat things. They have the flag ceremony where they bring in a flag from every country that Rotary is in, and that's 207 countries. So that's pretty amazing. Some of those countries are not doing well, some of them are war-torn, but there's Rotary there doing good in the world. And that really probably impressed Sarah as much as anything, the fact that you get a feeling of this is Rotary, that you come on Thursday and then you go back, and that's kind of all you do, and you get bugged about dues due on the 30th. But Rotary is really much bigger. I don't know this for sure, but I would be amazed if Rotary is not the largest service organization in the world doing more things than anything. There are 1.2 million Rotarians. So, President Gary Wang, he's the head of state of 1.2 million people. That's bigger than most countries. So, and it goes all over the world. So Rotary is doing a lot everywhere. You hear about polio, and you hear occasionally about some water projects and things like that, but Rotary is doing something everywhere in the world. 207 countries, that's a lot of them, that's most of them. I don't know how many countries we've got. In Africa changes about every 6 months, it seems like. They kept saying these countries that were in Africa. I said, really? I felt so stupid that I haven't taken a geography course lately and know where that country is. So it was really amazing. Had some great speakers. The past president of Costa Rica, some of you, as I, were able to meet the current president of Costa Rica just recently. His son just graduated from Lenore Ryan, and he was really a very impressive guy. And the past president was a very impressive guy too, and he's been working on eliminating militaries. Basically, he's for no war. Not a bad thing, right? And he was able to basically eliminate the military in Costa Rica while he was there, and has done a tremendous amount of work in the United Nations and around the world. And just saying, just think if all the money we spent on armies because we can't get along was spent on, giving people water and food and getting polio free and things like that. So that was pretty inspirational, and there were several people that they gave special awards to that did amazing things in connection with Rotary. So be proud to be a Rotarian, not only the Thursday Hickory Rotary Club, which is the most prestigious and something that you want to be involved in, and something that you want to not only just attend and pay dues, but be active in. But the district, Jack is here today as an assistant governor. He's done a tremendous job. Going to do it again next year. And once you get involved in some district things, you start seeing, it really starts showing you the breadth and depth of Rotary itself. And then to get a chance to participate in international is even more. It's really amazing what is happening, starting with you and going all the way through the world. so if you get that chance, I certainly encourage it. And next year, the convention is in Seoul, Korea, South Korea, but the next year it's in Atlanta. So there will be a lot going on. I know the district is already talking about getting, buses and trips and things like that to go to the International Convention in Atlanta in 2017. So I would encourage you to do that. So it's a great experience. It's been a great experience all year. I sort of summed up a little bit last Thursday night, and then also in my address that's on the front of the spoke today, so I hope you'll get a chance to read that. But be proud of the age of this club. It's an old club and has persevered and sustained. That's our big word, is being sustainable. And we've done a lot. We're a big club. Worldwide, we're a big club. And that means a lot. That doesn't mean everything, but it certainly means that we have the capacity to do more, and we have done more. And I dare say there are not many places, many clubs that can give $81,000 out. So a great job on that. And just, take Rotary as a priority each week, but then also take it as something that is a part of something bigger. And I think you'll end up getting more out of it than you put in, as usually is the case. So thank you for a good year and for helping me to do that as well, because we have a great club here. Okay, well, I would at this time then like to turn the meeting over to Jack. Jack McCaskill is our assistant governor and has helped me tremendously this year. He has had meetings with the area presidents, and that's been really helpful getting us together so we can share information. But anytime I needed an answer or to a question about anything Rotary, I just emailed Jack, and he always got back to me. So it's been tremendously helpful. And you've seen him a lot. He's been a friend of this club, and he's going to induct our new officers and board members.
It's a great day to be a Rotarian. Good afternoon. On behalf of District Governor Gary Bray and incoming District Governor Billy Black, I want to thank you for the opportunity to be here. There's not much I can add to what's already been said about this club and President David's leadership of this club. Clearly, as evidenced by the RI citation, the RI President's citation, and your strategic plan, the other initiatives that you've done, you're certainly one of the top 10% of the clubs, and in my mind, today you're the best club in District 7670. Most of us know that special feeling you get from Rotary when you give the gift of time and talent and treasure, when you know that you're going to help someone else in the world have a better life. And I think that fits very much with the new theme for this year, which is be a gift to the world. And I would encourage you all to make your gift to the world this year. The world's changing, and we need to ensure clubs are relevant tomorrow as we are today. So I'm going to give you 4 challenges, personal challenges. The first one is develop a personal professional relationship with each other. Become fully engaged in some area of club activities and ensure that each member feels valued. Second, embrace a hands-on service activity in a way that you can get the community involved. There's no better way to bring in new members when the people in the community can see the things that you're doing, and that means hands-on activities. Third is plan fun fellowship activities, and I know we've started several of those things this year on an area standpoint, and I hope to be able to grow that. But and you have been fundamental in making that happen. But there's 357 Rotarians in Catawba County. That's a wealth of experience, expertise, and we ought to be able to take advantage of that. And finally, you need to make sure that people know who we are and what we do and what we stand for. Because if we're going to be viable in the future, we have got to continually bring new and younger members into the club. All right, let's move on to the important things then. And let's, I would ask Mark Seaman and Jennifer, if you would come up, and we'll have the induction of Mark as your new president. Okay, Mark, if you would raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, and state your name,
I, Mark Seaman,
as president of the Rotary Club of Hickory,
as president of the Thursday Rotary Club of Hickory,
will, to the best of my ability,
will, to the best of my ability,
administer the duties of office of president
administer the duties of the office of president
in accordance with club administration and bylaws.
in accordance with club administration and bylaws.
That's pretty good. Congratulations.
Thanks, Jack.
Okay, at this time, I'd like for the following new officers and directors to come forward, and I think the best thing to do is we'll just kind of line up here on the side. Leslie Middleton, Mark Teague, Dan Kirby, Cliff Moore, Cliff Moon, Dana Killian, and John Ross.
Get in the shot. Gotta have the shot.
Okay. If you'd please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I accept and understand
I accept and understand
the charges of the office to which I am elected,
the charges of the office to which I am elected,
and will work with diligence
and will work with diligence
for the betterment of the club.
for the betterment of the club.
Thank you. Congratulations to you.
Everybody look at and smile, pretend you like each other. We do.
Just starting, right?
Okay, I hereby officially declare you installed as officers and directors for the Rotary Club, the Thursday Rotary Club of Hickory for 2015-16. Mark, it's all yours.
Thanks, Jack.
Past President David, if you could please stand. A moment you've probably been waiting for about 2 years, actually, from when it first started. I'd like to present you with your past president pin. Your past president name tag. And
For everything that you've done this year for the club,
a plaque commemorating your year and everything you've done this year. Thank you for everything you've done for the club. Certainly have big shoes to fill, not only with David, but I know this room is filled with past presidents, and this club, as Jack alluded to, and David both, is is just steeped in tradition and honor. And for me, it's an honor and a little bit of an awe to be your president for this upcoming year. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't scared stiff about the presence of the opportunity. I appreciate the opportunity, but it's still nerve-wracking to come up here and speak in front of all of you. And there's a wealth of knowledge out there, and I hope that all of you will, as both David and Jack both alluded to, will get involved. Find something. We do a lot of different things in this club, and so there's an opportunity for everybody to do something. Find something that you're interested in. Find something that you're passionate in, and be a member of the club. Just don't show up for lunch every day on Thursday or every Thursday. We have a great board, and I'm looking forward to working with them as well as all of you to reach some of our goals for this year. Jack alluded, we had the President's RI, President's Citation this year, which, as most of you know, is the pink pages. Now it's the digital pages as we move forward in Rotary. And that's something we don't want it to be a one-year thing. That's something we want to get again next year. I think that should be something this club should strive for every year. We want to continue. David and the board made a real push to get $100 per capita this year for foundation giving. And that's more than just giving to the foundation. It opens up some opportunities for us to get district and international grants potentially, and we have applied for some grants for this year, and hopefully that'll come in and it'll help our $81,000 go even further to help, whether it's in our community here locally or throughout the international community. Rotary does some great things, and we're a big part of that. We want to become even more involved with Southwest and other schools in our area. I think that everybody's aware that education is a huge point and something that we all need to strive for in this club. As far as I know, from day one, has always been about education, and we want to continue that and go even further to make sure that kids have the opportunity to be educated and can get out and get reproductive in society and get jobs and those type of things, and that's where it really starts at that level. Provide service opportunities. That's something that past President David mentioned, and we started and want to continue with more service opportunities. Get out there as a club, participate in our community, be seen. One of the reasons we changed to the Thursday Rotary Club of Hickory is try to get away from the, hey, aren't you a member of that secret society? You guys meet for lunch every Thursday, but nobody really knows what we do. So we want people to know. We want people to come to us and say, hey, I want to, what's Rotary about? What do you guys have going on? I want to be a member. I've heard good things. We do a lot of great things. For some reason, we've been afraid to tell people about all the great things. And we've been starting to do that. Bruce has done a great job. We've been having articles in the paper over the last 12 months or so, letting people know what we're all about and what we're doing in the community. Rotarian Idol. We all need to lend a hand. And I know some people feel like they don't have something to do. If you see Sandy, I'm sure she can find something for you to do. There's plenty of stuff for people to do. That one thing enables us to do all the good that we're able to do. The committee does an awesome job. Over $55,000 last year. That is a lot of money to be able to give out. And that, because of that program, that enables us to reach out in these different areas. So please, I encourage you to get involved with IDLE in some form or fashion. As Jack mentioned, the theme this year from President Revy is be a gift to the world. And I think through all these things and all the different things that we do, I think that gives us an opportunity to be a gift not only to our local community but to the world as a whole. So I thank everybody for this opportunity, and I look forward to having a fun year this year. I appreciate it. And I guess as my first official act, we might be able to give away some money. We're down to 6 cards. So if I could get Dan to bring the raffle. As he's bringing it over, please remember coins in the Alzheimer's buckets, online makeup instructions in the spoke. And is there anything else anybody would like to, any other announcements we need to be aware of as Dan makes his way over here? 6 cards left, I do know that, no jokers. Even I can do that math. As I said, 6 cards. We collected $97 today for a total of $3,789 in the pot as of right now. Last three digits, 951.
Wow.
And our camera operator today.
Wait a minute, I got the camera on.
All right. She just grabbed the free lunch already without even taking a card.
All right.
It was a black card, but it is the jack of clubs. 5 cards on July 9th. My first meeting might be my biggest all year.
Yeah, it might.
So, let's close with the 4-way test. Of the things we think,
Say or do. Is it the truth? Is it fair to all concerned? Will it build goodwill, better friendships? Will it be beneficial to all concerned?